Any type of reason?
Surprise? No. Thrown off a little bit, but I mean, shit. That's on him. I don't know. Like.
Lamont, I don't know the exact details of something we've heard, but I think he's gonna have Calvin in his corner this time. I think he will have Kenny, but he's not gonna have Calvin. I think that's probably gonna be like an advantage for you since he's gonna have somebody new in his corner, if I'm not mistaken.
More than likely. I think that's a little weird. You know what I'm saying? Be with your trainer, your lifetime, your career.
Just when you thought the Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach rivalry couldn't get more intense, it did. Moments ago, the live rematch press conference erupted in chaos. Tank's coach, Calvin Ford, completely stunned Lamont Roach in front of the entire boxing world. No filters, no holding back, just unfiltered drama delivered in the boldest way possible.
And Gervonta Tank Davis just been released to the public. We know now, December 14th, Houston, Texas, he's going to be facing a very tough opponent in Lamont Roach. Can you tell us a little bit about the history between them two?
Man, they've been knowing each other from the amateurs, silver gloves, everything. They grew up actually together, you know. Roach and him back and forth battles and whatnot. It's gonna be a pretty interesting fight, you understand? Because Roach he come to fight. And I think it's a great fight. Everybody talking all that stuff about why Roach, because he signed and took the fight, you know what I'm saying? And it's good for the community.
Imagine this. Cameras flashing, fans screaming, and out of nowhere, Calvin Ford, Tank's longtime mentor, grabs the mic and delivers an unexpected bombshell. Lamont Roach Sr., Roach's father and trainer, was blindsided, his reaction said it all. We've heard of tension brewing between camps for weeks now, but this moment was something else. No leaks, no rumors, just raw live chaos you had to witness.
The thing I'm getting out of this, you know, Roach took the fight. It gives him a chance to really be that guy. Roach put in a lot of work, and he's a champion, you know. What's the best for him? I'm hoping that he do what I need him to do. You know what I'm saying? You see how I asked him, are you ready? You know what I'm saying? Because I need somebody that's going to really push things so I can see different levels of it.
Before we jump into the wild part, let's rewind and look back. Gervonta Tank Davis and Lamont Roach have one of boxing's most heated rivalries in years. Their first bout in March ended in chaos, a majority draw that split opinions, online and among analysts. Remember round 9, when Tank went down on one knee due to eye irritation, that infamous hair grease debate? That's the one.
Did you get your hair done 2 days before the fight?
Yeah. I ran water over it today, but I must say do it enough.
Can you describe what the feeling was like in the ring? And was it to get the towel out, to get the burn out of your eyes, or what was going on? And
I didn't want to get caught. I didn't want to get caught while my eyes was burning, and you know, like, you can get knocked out like that. So I'd rather take the knee than, you know. But I didn't really know that you can like get disqualified for all that, or like when you start counting, I'm like, what the hell? But I don't know. It's cool.
It caused a major stir in the boxing world and left fans sharply divided. Some claimed Roach deserved the win, while others argued that Tank had been unfairly treated by the judges' scorecards.
Scorecards. Judge at the ringside, Eric Marlinsky scores about 115 to 113 in favor of Gervonta Davis. Judges Steve Weisfeld and Glenn Feldman both scores about 114 to 114, even a draw. The decision is a majority draw.
But more crucially, the tension between both teams hasn't eased since that night. Tank's trainer Calvin Ford and Tank himself have reportedly been frustrated, clashing over strategy, discipline, and Tank's overall mindset and mental sharpness.
I mean, fight. It's a fight. People want to make mistakes. Vegas is going to be on fire. You know when you make a mistake. What happens when you make a mistake? You know, the guy sees you make a mistake. You know what I'm saying? Like again, both of them undefeated. Both of them got that so-called power. You know what I'm saying? You know, I know what Young ain't going to bring. Right now, the thing is, it's manifesting. You know, very, very. That's all. Attending to me, you know, working good. I'm trying to make your body good because I said this. We want to endure all the punishment. You know what I'm saying? My whole thing, I'm trying to put on a show for the others to come. You know what I'm saying? Look, it's just door open for these type of fights. You know what I'm saying? Because we see the vision of where we're trying to go ahead. Gervonta always said, man, close to time is now. You know, we ain't second guessing ourselves because we hope we're going to stay here. You know what I'm saying? The only way we do.
Meanwhile, Roach's father has been taking shots, staying vocal online, and pushing hard for a rematch, which is now locked in for June 21st in Las Vegas. Everything is on the line: titles, pride, and legacy. And after this press conference, mess. The whole atmosphere feels like more than just boxing. This is now about loyalty, mind games, and reputations.
I thought it was bullshit. A knee, you could take a knee. I don't care if it was greasing your eyes. It's a knockdown. There's no excuse for that. And I would like for the New York Commission to overturn that for the sport of boxing, so shit like that can't happen, especially on the A side. Everything that happens and people get away with it is always when it's the A side. You go back to all the history of boxing. So this could have been a chance for them to make boxing, you know, people respect it a little bit more if they would have overturned that point and gave the round to Lamont, which would have gave us the victory. But I thought we won to fight without that. But either way, you know, take a knee, that's a knockdown. You can go back. Everybody been watching boxing 20, 30 years. Anybody took a knee, that's a knockdown. And this was for a punch too. That made it even worse.
Here's the exact moment that blew up social media. Calvin Ford took the microphone, and instead of the usual fighter hype, he went straight for Roach's dad. "You talk all day about your son beating Tank," Ford said. "But I see more. Smoke than real fire. You all forgot about the grind, the foundation, the old school fight game."
Go to work.
So you think he need to turn his phone off, man? Come on social as he trains for December?
Man, it's tough, but we try to ignore the noise. He do for the most part. He handling it very well, but we locked in, man. You know what I'm saying? Lamont just classy guy, man. But you know, he a rattlesnake too, man. People don't know he mean, man. So you know, you come at him, you know, he gonna bark back sometimes, and people don't be ready for when he come back.
We seeing it. So if it's a rematch in that, man, we gotta have it here, man.
Oh yeah,
Northwest Stadium. We gotta do something big, man.
Yeah, hopefully, you know what I'm saying, part 2, you know what I'm saying, we gotta get past part 1, but you know what I'm saying, but I would have loved for the fight to be here at home in the city for the fans. It would have brought a lot to this area. So, but either way, we're gonna.
That fired up the crowd instantly. Roach Sr. tried to stay calm, but the tension was obvious. Calvin wasn't done. He added, "If Lamont wants this title, he better earn it, not with online talk." Then came the bomb. Ford challenged Roach Sr. directly to step into the ring and show he's got respect for Tank's journey. Talk is cheap. Prove it in Vegas, not just from the corner. Viewers gasped. This wasn't just a presser. It became full-on drama with old-school intensity and viral-worthy heat. Fans inside said it felt like a classic 90s heavyweight presser.
And you see, they call me Mo. Calvin is Calvin. You know what I mean? I got Calvin tatted on me. Calvin ain't going nowhere. Y'all don't even know Calvin for CCO. I know Calvin, you know what I mean? I don't know. Calvin is pops. He ain't going nowhere. I got that nigga tatted on me. This shit life. Loyalty over everything. So Jackson, go.
Here's the wild part. Fight fans, Calvin Ford's outburst wasn't just about words. This has become a full-blown trainer showdown that no one saw coming. Why? Because in boxing, the bond between fighter and trainer is sacred. It's more than tactics or fitness. It's about belief, unity, and legacy. Think Tyson with Cus D'Amato or Canelo with Eddie Reynoso. Ford has built Tank's style from the start. The defense, the power, the mindset.
You know what I'm saying? Tank does that, you know, to get a eyebrow out of people. Like, you know how the Rock, when he put the eyebrow out, and he did get it. That's just...
So for Calvin to publicly lash out like this at Roach Sr., there's clearly more going on behind the curtain. Rumors have been swirling that Calvin's frustrated with Tank since the draw, suggesting Tank's focus isn't locked in. Some insiders even hint Ford might be considering a new path, fueling the already intense camp versus camp tension we're now seeing unfold. If Ford's trying to get into Roach's head with mind games, it's a bold plan, but risky too. He could end up fracturing the trust inside his own corner. In boxing, division among teammates is dangerous. It can ruin preparation and cost a fighter everything on the night.
Hey, Dean, I'm saying, he's trying to get to your body. No, he's going to survive. Oh, that's the same. That means you got to go get it. You got to go to him. You got to box. You think what you got to be like, bang, 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 yeah? Wow, you made this go. The next. Pop. That's what I mean. That's what I want to do. Good. Yeah, you got Mike. You got
This isn't just another fight presser. It's now a battle of the minds that could determine who wins. People forget, Calvin Ford isn't just Tank's coach. He's a father figure. This isn't one of those coach-switching relationships that end after a bad camp. Their bond has deep roots.
Answer to him and make him open up here to make him work. When you get close, he can't fucking fight in the inside. Trust me. How long you been trusting me? Get close to him and just keep holding. When I say penitentiary, just a nice friend. Put him in him. Put him together. Yeah, go to the body. Remember, check the wild shot.
Ford discovered Tank back when he was a street kid in Baltimore. Raw talent and no real path. Calvin molded that wild energy into a world champion. He's been there for every step, inside and outside the ring, guiding him through life's toughest rounds.
My journey's crazy. That's why I said this, yo, you can't write this, man. You cannot write this. My experience being gone, and all the stuff that I went through, preparing me for where I'm at today. You know, that Tank is older. He had the lessons, getting his lessons of what he got to do, take us the rest of the way. And this is his take us the rest of the way fight.
Sure, there's been tension. Everyone's seen the rumors. Some say Tank and Ford are drifting apart, that Ford may step aside soon. But here's the truth. Ford's still right there, lacing up Tank's gloves, calling shots, and holding him steady no matter the storm.
One hand, he came in the corner at the 6th round and said, my hand is hurting. And if you look at the tape, I said, man, I don't want to hear that. Fight through it. And he done it. Y'all got to give this young man his props. Man, he come in day in and day out. And you hear him keep saying, he fight who they put in front of him. And we don't turn down nothing but our callers. So whatever they say to do, we're going to get the job done. That's the blue-collar way.
Even during Tank's fallout with Floyd Mayweather, when tweets flew and threats to leave were everywhere, Calvin never switched sides. He stayed loyal to Tank, not the noise, not the contracts or headlines, just the fighter, the one he raised.
Another thing I want to touch on is the Floyd situation. You know, Floyd is Floyd. That's like I say, Tank is Tank, man. But at the end of the day, you know, the man is chasing greatness. And you should be supporting that. I always tell you that. You should be supporting that, you know. It's a rocky road that we said what's going on. Just pay attention, man. The story's going to reveal itself, you know. But again, that's how you burn bridges. Somebody said this is the true colors of a person that's coming out, man. They can't stand it, you know. Calm is I don't like using that word calm, you know, but our Lord knows. He knows. He knows. He knows.
So when Calvin stood up at that conference, it wasn't about ego. It was about protecting his own. That speech wasn't strategy. It was straight from the heart. And when Calvin speaks with that kind of passion, you listen. Everyone in the room did. And Roach, he felt it.
Frank was on stage. He said, "I'm going to beat Tank's ass." What's your response to that?
Nah, a lot of them said that. A lot of them said that, and I want him to have that attitude because, again, I know what's under the hood with him. He's Floyd built tough.
Here's what it all means. June 21st isn't just a fight anymore. It's a battle of teams, pride, and mental strength. If Tank and Ford can't repair things and stay in sync, it could backfire badly. You can't throw shade at your rivals. Trainer if it divides your camp. Meanwhile, Roach's team is thriving off this energy. They've got the edge and something to prove after hearing Calvin's fiery words live. Expect more fireworks in this rematch tour. The tension is real, and it might just boil over in Vegas. Maybe even during the fight itself. This one's about revenge and pride, and that's when boxing gets epic. So what's your take? Did Calvin just pull a genius psychological move or reveal problems inside Team Tank? Drop your comments, pick your side, and hit like if you're hyped for June 21st. Make sure you're subscribed. More updates coming fast.